I want to leave here with a degree, and a master's degree, and hopefully leave with being a Heisman winner, and a national championship.
A national championship?
4 national championships.
First thing that comes to my mind when I think about this 2020 class, young, dynamic, motivated, talented young people that are passionate about winning. They're obviously incredibly talented, but more than that, just a great group of people.
So the first thing that we do when we're talking about building a class is we identify our needs. What are the needs of the program positionally? And then the very first piece is making sure that we're getting the right type of people in here at Clemson. We've always said that better people make better Tigers. And so it's really important to us that we get the right guys on the boat.
That's always what my main focus is. There's a lot of talented football players, but talented football players that have the type of character and integrity, that have the well-roundedness, that check all the boxes, that value education, that truly want the culture that we offer, and the pool gets a little smaller.
Quite frankly, makes our job just a little bit easier because it's not such a broad range of guys that we're targeting.
Certainly got to be good enough, but it's about the fit, and it's getting the people part right and making sure that they know exactly what they're getting into and what the expectations are here at Clemson. And this is a tough place. You know, we're very transparent in the recruiting process as far as what the expectations are, you know, what we value.
I felt like just the coaching staff in general just kept it 100 with me. I mean, they didn't sugarcoat anything. Like some places I feel like they kind of want to tell you what they want to hear, what they think you might like, but here they just told you what the place is, and just if you liked it, you did. If you don't like it, you don't.
They mean what they say, and like they don't just say it, they show you. It's not just like the words and stuff, you know, actions speak louder than words, and they always show their actions.
You know, we work really hard though. We love where we are at Clemson. We all believe in our program. We believe in what our program has to offer.
Well, my first impression of Clemson was it seemed like they had fun. Everybody seemed like they was enjoying it, not just, you know, it didn't seem like anything was fake about, you know, how the people feel. It seemed like everything was genuine.
Probably after the second visit I took, it just felt like home after the second time.
The way that everything's ran here is different, you know, character-based. It's a really structured program.
Between the family, the academics, the football, it was just the right balance of everything for me.
It's a great atmosphere, a great family-based school. The city isn't too big, you know, it's just a place just for me.
This is where I thought I'd be best treated on and off the football field, and you know the coaching staff made me feel really comfortable. So for me personally, it was just definitely the right fit.
Some of those obstacles that you encounter along the way is first of all numbers. With guys leaving early for the NFL and trying to figure out what scholarship numbers look like, it's always a little bit of a guessing game. Coach Swinney is so conservative in that route, which I think is the best way to be. He's loyal to the guys here on campus first and foremost, and so we always go in with small numbers, anticipating that every guy on our roster is going to come back. There's a lot of great players out there, and the challenge for our coaches is deciding, all right, let's say we've got one number at defensive line and we have one number at linebacker. It's really targeting and identifying who that right guy is for that spot.
For defensive back, it wasn't too many spots at Clemson. It was about 2 of them, and I kind of waited too long for me to be able to commit at corner.
Obviously, the board can expand a little bit as you go along, and maybe somebody tells you that they're not going to come back, or the guy says, hey, I'm going to leave early for the NFL, whatever it's going to be.
And then the time came around for me to be able to commit to my dream school, Clemson, and I couldn't pass up on the opportunity.
You spend a lot of time. Some of these guys we've been recruiting since 9th and 10th grade, first time we met them, some not quite as long.
Really start throwing those offers out kind of early junior year. We try to be very patient with that, and that's another challenge for us is we don't offer guys early. You know, a lot of kids, they're getting a lot of early offers as freshmen and sophomores, but we want to make sure we're patient in the process and not get ahead of ourselves and do a lot of due diligence before we make that offer, so that when we do offer, that means something. They know this is a committable offer. There's none of these non-committable offers here.
That was a big thing for me in my recruitment, seeing how they took time. Like, they recruit different. They hold themselves to a higher standard than most other schools, and it led to me committing.
Everything comes back to relationships, and for us, it's a relationship for the rest of our lives. I mean, that's just how we look at it.
You know, the family, they really do mean it. Coach Swinney is going to be one of those guys that
10 years later, no matter what kind of problem it is, or whether it's your wedding, he's going to be there, Coach Pierman, he's real sincere. He cares about you. He's going to do what's best for you on and off the field. And it's just not a lot of programs have that. You can't go to a lot of coaches with personal problems that you have. They just make you feel like you're right at home and you can go to them about anything.
Whether you've been recruiting them since the 9th grade or their junior year in high school, it becomes very personal with the prospect, their families, their coaches.
This place in Clemson really resonates with them. The family feel, the family atmosphere. It's not fabricated, but it's very authentic. Spending time with those guys and then getting to spend time with their parents and their family members, the people that have been influential in their lives, there's a palpable feeling to it where you're just like, man, this is a great fit.
When we came to visit here, it was really everything that I heard it was. And meeting Dabo for the first time, he was everything I heard he was.
And you know how you see a coach on TV and he's all nice and all, just like about God and about family, and you're like, he cannot just be that nice. And when I met him, and he was so genuine, and everybody around him, they were just so nice, and he had the families around. I was like, what?
That's what I want people out there, parents that want to bring. You need to come here and see what it is. Yes, it's one to see Dabo on TV and see how he is, but they need to come and see, because every coach, everyone part of this program is just like Dabo.
He's just a good person. Knew my kids by first name. I mean, it was that little things that stuck out to me is that that means he's genuine if he remembers family members by their first name the second time you see them.
You don't just see it on TV, they preach it, they live it here. So why, as a parent, why wouldn't you want to send your kid a place where they're going to help you, not just to be a better football player, but be a better husband, be a better father, be a respectable, good individual.
We've ever been to a college. We've been to plenty of them, but coming here is truly about family. Truly about the kids and the athletes and what's going to make them a better man.
The culture that the coaches, the support staff, the players have created, it was totally different from any other school we've been to. And for Brian, and I think our family in general, building a relationship with the staff and knowing that Brian is going to be taken care of was extremely important to us. And we felt like that was definitely going to happen here at Clemson.
Our number one responsibility is to, develop them as people, to make sure that they get their education, that they graduate, that they leave here with the tools that they need to be successful in life, not just how to throw a ball, catch a ball, tackle somebody.
I want to grow as a man, which is a big reason why I came here. I want to grow in a man with my faith and everything, and how I carry myself. I want to end with a business degree and figure out where I want to go in life.
When my time here at Clemson is done, I just hope to become a better overall player and a better young man.
I want to leave a legacy of success and honor and sportsmanship, and I want to leave my mark here.
To become a better, man, and to succeed in life, because football is not about everything. It don't define me, so I just want to be a better person.
Just be a better me in general, better athlete, academically be better person on and off the field.
Making sure I became a better man and also just impacting the community.
If it's not football, then I just want to be a good man with a good degree and whatever I decide to pursue.
I want people to be able to say he's a respectful kid. I want them to say he wasn't selfish. He was for everyone else instead of just himself.
Also want them to have a great experience. That's really important. So just developing each one of these young men into a man that's ready to go out and dominate off the field in the game of life, just like they all aspire to do on the field.
When we started, after we kind of narrowed the schools down, every one of our visits was, when we drop him off, where is he going to feel the most comfortable? Where would he want to be in school if there wasn't a sport involved? And where is Brian going to be taken care of? And so I guess as we went through, Clemson just kind of separated itself. So we were very comfortable dropping Brian off. And at this point, we're extremely excited about it and can't wait.
Very humbling that guys want to be a part of this and that their families want to be a part of it and their families trust us and really entrust their kids to us. That's a really big deal and a responsibility that we take very, very seriously.
And I have to tell you, parents, moms, it's very clean.
Not just that, she said it smells good here,
It
too.
smells good, and it's super clean. Going to some of the other schools, I'm kind of like, oh, Clemson wouldn't do that. That would not look like that. And so it sets the bar, and sorry, other schools, you might have to get on the right Clemson road, but there is a huge difference in the cleanliness, which is big to me.
Yes.
The food, what they're feeding them is amazing, and just the love that they have for your player, your son. And that's what you want, because they're leaving home. You want them to be loved, and they're real, and they're not going to use them, spit them out for the next one. No, they're gonna love them till their journey's done, and continue to love them. That's the most important thing.
This is a huge next step for these young men. I think what we do best as a program is use the game of football to develop and grow men. I mean, I think that's what we do. Yeah, we hopefully can win a lot of games along the way, and I know that people ultimately judge us based on a scoreboard and a win-loss record, but that's not my scoreboard. For me, it's about truly serving their heart, not their talent. It's about the development of them as a whole person, and making sure that the 30-year-old version of them is going to be really, really, really happy with the decision that young man made to come to Clemson.
The biggest challenge for us and the biggest goal for us in recruiting is just to get guys on campus. And so if we can do that, we really feel like we've got a really good shot to get these guys. The official visit, the planning process, that's a big deal for us. And our staff does a phenomenal job. Ty Clements and Lindsey Morris do a lot of the legwork of getting those visits planned. And so we're always looking for new and creative ways to keep it fun and keep it fresh for these guys. The reality is that most of these guys have been on campus a number of times prior to this visit. And so we really try to make those weekends a celebration weekend, continuing to build relationships and build that family feel. And so we do awesome, fun things that are kind of outside the box. Like we'll have lunch on the Oculus as we're overlooking Tiger Walker. This year kind of added in laser tag just as a way to compete, number one, because these guys love to compete and our staff loves to compete. I'm not sure who loved that more, our staff or the guys.
All right, let's light them up. Let's do this. I play Call of Duty almost every night. I'm used to this. We're playing laser tag. Watch my boy playing official. We out here.
Adding in a cooking competition, doing some things that I think preach who we are and the fun that we want to have, but also preach with the cooking competition, like, hey, Hallie's going to be here, our Paul Bistro staff, to actually teach you guys how to cook. They're going to give you these valuable skills that are going to serve you for a long, long time. And so trying to combine those two things of really enjoying each other and also kind of showing them who we are, I think is really critical. And then obviously we're going to get to Coach Sweeney's house because it's fantastic. Miss Kath is such a gracious host, and they do a phenomenal job. Really just enjoy getting to be together. Anytime we can get in that relaxed environment and just kick your shoes off and have a good time, I think that's what Clemson's all about. It's just being a family, and so we try to incorporate a lot of events that just allow us to do just that.
Now back, good. 103. You see the score? Where the camera at? You see the score? That's that triple digits right there. Come on, man. I do this for a living, man.
Y'all, this is 3 phenomenal young people that are coming in our program, but unbelievable families coming with us. And if you'll just trust your process and your journey and enjoy it, y'all are gonna be awesome. I always tell guys, you come to Clemson, and if God took football away from you, man, you're gonna still love your experience here. You're gonna get everything. Your role will be different, all right? But our program is to help you figure out that you're so much more than a football player. All right, you're a great man, and we try to help you transition from football before football ever ends. Because those of us who've played the game realize that even if you play a little while longer, it's a short shelf life in this game, and you got to have tools. You got to have a foundation for life. All right, you got to have some identity outside a position. All right, and that's so important to us, and that's what I think we do better than anything else, and we have fun doing it.
This weekend, my official, it was fun.
Had meetings, we watched the game, met up with players, took pictures.
Got here, instantly got to talk with Coach, have a great time talking with him, all the coaches, and then went over to the game, watched that. That was great to watch the team play, and come over to the dub.
They did their thing out there. They killed the team. Offense looked good. Defense looked good.
I'm just ready, to be with my brothers here.
contribute to the team.
It's crazy. They was telling me it's like 60 days away. I know it's like 2 months. So it's going to be super crazy just to know I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here for real. I'm going to stay next time that I come here. So it's going to be pretty cool.
It's kind of going to hurt, you know, leaving home. I'm kind of going to miss home, but, you know, you just got to do what you got to do. So, yeah.
When a kid commits, you know, everybody kind of responds differently and reacts differently. Some guys know that it's been a long time coming and it's just a formality now, and hey, I'm just finally putting my name on this thing. But a few of them that really stand out, it was really neat when Walker got offered. You know, that was a pretty cool moment for him. Just a culmination of a lot of hard work, and he had a great camp with us, and we got to spend some really good time with Walker. I think he spent 3 full days with us here in camp, and so for Coach to be able to extend that offer in person right there at the practice field was really cool.
I'd always been a Clemson fan before I'd ever come to camp. So I told myself, like, you know, I'm going to wake up every day, I'm going to start eating, I'm going to put the weight on, I'm going to get better, I'm going to get stronger. There's nothing that can stop me now. I was really ready for it coming in. I was pretty nervous to begin with. Going through the camp, you know, I started doing good, and then I was like, if you need to see anything, any film, any drills, I'll stay after, I'll do whatever. I was like, I want to play football here. I was hoping to leave here with a little bit of interest from them and maybe come back next year, go through camp, and then hopefully pull an offer then, or hopefully sometime in between. So at the end of the camp, we were wrapping up and everything, and they brought my family down to the end zone. And Coach Sweeney told me that I had a full scholarship from them, and I remember I just started crying in my dad's arms. That was probably one of the best moments of my life.
Sergio was cool because Sergio committed to us in all-in meetings. So we had the entire staff in a ballroom over at the Madron Center, and there was 65 of us in there, and he came in and told the staff, hey, I'm gonna be a Tiger. And so that was a really neat moment to have everybody there really, really excited. He was the second commitment, so it wasn't like he was the last one, and it was all just like, okay, we know Sergio was gonna commit. It was neat. This was fresh and new, and we were really excited for him. His mom was there, and it was a really cool moment.
When I committed, that was probably like the one thing that just like, wow, like it's like all love. I remember committing in front of the whole staff, and like when I did it was like we rushed and like and all that, and everybody got up and they were hugging my mom and hugging me and everybody. It was like I've never had that many hugs before, but it was nice. It was just love, you know.
Undoubtedly, the best one had to be Trenton Simpson. Just the raw emotion that he felt, because his recruiting process was really unique. It spoke to, I think, who he is as a person and the patience that he was willing to show in really going after what he wanted. And he had said all along that he wants to be at Clemson, and we had known that. At that point, like we said, we just didn't have a spot. Coach Venables had done a great job with him all along, of just, you know, preaching patience to him. Hey, it'll work out. It'll work out. Just hang in there with us a little bit longer. For Coach Sweeney to be able to extend an offer to him, you know, that weekend on his official visit was really, really neat. And again, just a lot of raw emotion from him and his mom and his dad, the three of them getting to be there together and experience that. I mean, he had told his mom earlier that he had quit dreaming, and that's why he had kind of committed to another school early. Thought that maybe the Clemson dream was dead, and that story had gotten back to Coach Sweeney, and he was able to convey to him, like, hey, I'm proud of you for continuing to dream and continuing to believe, and that what you really want is going to come true. When it happened, it really was. We got to witness a literal dream come true, which was neat. It's not something you get to see every day. And then immediately committing and saying, I'm in, I'm all in, which I think kind of caught Coach Sweeney a little bit off guard. It's just one of the best parts of my job is to get to see a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, a lot of years, not just from the kid, but from his mom and dad, and all of the effort that's been put in raising a young man. And when you get to see that dream come true, it's really, really rewarding.
It just never gets old to me when a young person who has options galore, could go anywhere they really want to go, when they say, I'm coming to Clemson. That's pretty special for me because basically, you know, not only are they saying they're coming to Clemson, they're saying, man, I believe in you, Coach Sweeney. All right, and that mom, that dad, that grandmother, whoever, they're going, you know what, that's the man that I want to hand my son off to. And that's a big deal to me. I never take that for granted. It really means a lot to me as a father of 3 sons. I mean, it's sooner or later you got to trust somebody, and it's a hard process to grow these guys up. And there's good days and bad days, and it's a long journey. But to know that this young person that's so talented is saying, that's where I want to go. I want to go wear that Paul and represent that Clemson brand. it's special.
The dominoes really started to fall, and I think we realized this class could be really, really special. It was kind of around that spring game weekend last year. We got about 4 or 5 commitments that weekend, and that was the point where it was like, okay, this thing could be really, really special. And it was one of those years where the best players in the country were also the type of people that were going to fit our culture and really make us better. That weekend, I remember, kind of closing out the weekend Monday thinking, gee, that was a crazy weekend for us to be able to see so many guys want to get in the boat. And that's really rewarding when you see great people that want this and they want what we have to offer. It's really, really special.
This class in particular, especially with, I guess, just how highly recruited a lot of these guys were, they got to know each other early.
With social media and these all-star games and all the combines that these guys go to, and they get to build these relationships for a long time prior to coming to school.
There's really no long distance anymore. There's 13, 14 plus states represented in this class, but yet they might as well be living next door to each other.
We've all been joking around with each other in the group chat and talking about how our team's been doing, what's going to happen when we get here and stuff like that.
We are all like best friends and everything. We have a group chat going. We all make fun of each other and everything. So it's already like a brotherhood before we've even got around each other every day.
We joke around a lot, but we get serious and we talk about, our plans when we get to Clemson, how we can help, trying to recruit other players.
As the class was put together, they created a group chat and they just constantly communicated. And not only that, they would say, all right, hey, we really want that guy to be in our class. And so they really helped put the class together.
That's one of the best things to me. When you see a guy that commits early and he wants to be a leader in his class, he wants to go and help build this class, that's a lot of fun. It's certainly helpful when a guy like 𝙏𝙬𝙚 who committed first, or Sergio Allen who committed second, they really take a lot of the responsibility and then spending a lot of time investing in each other, which I think is really cool, and it helps to strengthen the bond. And so when they get on campus, it's not like they're having to meet for the first time and really start to develop relationships. They're already hitting the ground running.
I just remember having conversation with the guys and being in the DMs and like, hey man, come join the family, tweeting out on Twitter.
We've been, recruiting a lot of people, to come, and we've been in group chats, texting here and there, on the phone, and then we just built a family bond. And that's when it really all started. We got commit after commit after commit because they knew it was gonna be something special and we could build something special.
From wide receivers to DBs to offensive line, defensive line, quarterback has the best quarterback in the nation. Everywhere is very skilled and deep, and we feel really good about that.
It feels great for me to have my name being a part of that recruiting class and just being a part of the Brotherhood at Clemson.
We're always texting each other all the time, keeping up with each other's games and stuff like that, seeing how everybody's doing, making sure everybody's straight.
I mean, it's an honor, honestly, to be one of the few people to be chosen to come to wide receiver U.
I'm so excited to see what the future holds for the class, and I can't wait to be a part of something special.
I played soccer ever since I was little, and I kicked football in middle school. I played football ever since I was little as well, but I kind of cut it off 7th grade year. I'm going to be on the football team and the soccer team as a kicker and a midfielder, so it's going to be hard to manage both sports, but I'm really excited.
For the longest time, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about playing for my dad. Because I was so worried about what other people were going to think about that. I was always trying to prove people wrong, which is just, there's no point in doing that. I really just want to be known for, a player with relentless effort, never going to quit, and always will push through anything to try to achieve a goal.
I'm just excited for the next chapter of my life. High school's been great, but I'm ready to take the next step, and this is it, and it's where I want to be.
I'm just so excited to get up here and keep working on my craft, to be with my brothers and my new team.
I can't wait to get in the weight room and finally put on weight, because I know I'm a little undersized for offensive lineman, but once I get in that weight room, I'll be all right, and then be out here whooping people.
I'm just excited to get better every day, grow as a man, grow as a football player, and grow spiritually.
Just being a part of a great brotherhood, going to be coached by some of the greatest coaches in the country.
Yeah, well, my big goals for this class are really the same as they were for my first class. They're not any different. I want them to graduate and not just get a degree, but really get an education
We've seen tremendous success on the field, but we've also seen tremendous success off the field. Team GPA records in the last 2 years, and while playing for national championships and perfect APR scores, and all these really, really great things that, you know, speak to who we are as a program.
I want them to, you know, transition away from football before they ever have to transition away from football. Really take advantage of our Paul journey and the micro internships, the career development, the social development, just the holistic growth as a young man. I want them to have a great experience, and I want them to win a championship.
Every senior class that Coach Swinney's had so far has won a championship, and so the goal again would be that they get to do that too. It's an awesome experience for these guys, and I hope they win multiple championships. We all hope that.
And that's the same goals that I had for my first class that I signed back in February of '09. If they will stay focused on the right things, then they will achieve those things, and you know, leave here as a champion on and off the field.
Leave here as the men that they were created to be. That's what we tell them in the recruiting process, and we're very authentic about that's the goal for them, and that we use football as a way to help them do that. So that's the ultimate goal, is just that they would be the men they were created to be.
So I think I'm gonna be a leader just by example, just trying to put in the most work and just give 110% out there and just try to do my best for the team.
I know I can start off by like getting to know everyone and like just being a good teammate.
I would say I have a big personality, and I definitely use that to my advantage. I mean, who doesn't want to play with somebody who they're gonna have a good time with?
What excites me the most about getting started here is just going to school and being able to get my degree.
I love the game of football. I get to play it again. You know, the off seasons are long, so next time I get to play football is when I be a Clemson Tiger.
In high school, I can just lean on my athleticism to get by people, get to the tackle, but in college I gotta really improve my athleticism and get better technique.
To be a part of the program and be a part of everything that they've built here, and to help build on the legacy that the former Clemson players and everybody's left, so I'm really excited about that.
I just like to let Clemson fans know that every Saturday I'm out there, I'm trying my best to put on a show for y'all and come out with a W.
It's gonna be good.
We got a lot of boys that's hungry and wanna play.
We're gonna shake the nation 4 years in a row.
I'm always in, I'm bought in, I'm all in, you know, I'm just ready to get to work.
I'm just gonna try to do my best to, you know, help this team out and just continue the tradition.
Be ready, you know, our class is gonna be something special, so be ready for that. In high school, before we prepare for our game, we read every day Mr. Competitor's Creed, and I give my all the time. I do not give up, I do not give in, and I mean it, and it's part of me, it's part of tradition in Peach County, and that just sums it up.
I feel like this is what I've been waiting for about 4 years, so to start now and get it rolling, get the ball rolling finally, I feel like this is what I've been waiting for, so why not step on the gas pedal?
They're eager to learn, they want to be coached. There's a humility to this group. I can't wait to get started actually coaching them on the field, and we should redo this in about 4 years and kind of do a follow-up on what this group's going to accomplish, because I can just tell you what this group will do on and off the field, their time here at Clemson and beyond. It's going to be amazing.